All right, flameZ, congratulations on making it straight through to the IEM Cologne semifinals. You know, I talked to Apex yesterday already, and he was, pretty happy with how you guys handled, coming back from the break, not looking so rusty, So tell me about it a little bit, having 3 games, all, relatively straightforward.
I think we had some games so far in this tournament that were kind of rusty. Maybe not overall a map, but just like a few rounds that were rusty or communication is a bit sloppy. But I think we came here from a bootcamp that went quite well in the sense that everybody got into shape and good form. And I think after a player break, usually the issue is that you can't connect the communication and you're not confident enough in the plays. You're still like you don't feel it. And I think for some reason we're really feeling it. It's going well for us. I think there is also like the DNA of the team is like we start playing as a team and then we start doing solo plays and this kind of stuff. And I think so far it's working well. The beginning of the season so far, like we are very confident in the plays, we're very confident in the calls. We still, like let's say this map against MongolZ now, we choose some rounds. We're 4v3, 4v2 and we go for a duel. But it's better for the players to go for the duels than to not do anything and be scared. I think in the major we kind of felt stressed, there was pressure on us and we didn't sort of play our game, and this was like a redeeming moment for us that we want to show and just like play our CS against them. So I think the key thing is that we just get better with game by game, but we're also coming from a good bootcamp, very confident into those games.
Yeah, obviously rematch from the final, from the Austin Major final. Were you surprised to see how the group unfolded? It's a bit hard to hear. Were you surprised to see how the group unfolded, here? Because obviously, a lot of people were looking at Falcons and whether they could take it further. Obviously, didn't really go their way.
It's so weird to look at CS nowadays because, I expected Falcons in some. I knew MongolZ could very much beat them, but I expected Falcons to at least like go from the lower bracket. But I think it was a very big surprise for me to watch Falcons losing two matches and going out of the tournament so quick. Especially just the roster alone, just the skill alone is probably enough to win some events, right? So it really shows how competitive CS is. That skill is not only that, it's about a lot of things. And for them, there is going to be a lot of time to practice and this kind of stuff that will help them show their potential in some sense. And I think you can say, for me, I think Yosuke is already like a good signing just from his first event, and you can see how good he is, how sharp he is, and I think it's a good sign for Falcons, but obviously on the other side, they will feel bad. I didn't expect the group to unfold like that, even though when you think about it, it's not so far away from reality. I mean, MongolZ made the finals of the major, and we've been doing really good so far. So I think some would say that it makes sense, that a team that is so stable and the firepower is always on point, to go through and beat Falcons.
Until we lose.
What are your thoughts on the other teams? I mean, Spirit, we see now playing the other final of the other group, right? So also going to be another playoffs team potentially, on your side if they lose this game, right? So tell me about them as well and whether you think, they could upgrade, with this latest edition.
Well, about Spirit, you mean? Yeah. Well, I think I don't know Zwer that much other than playing Faceit against him. I think Magix, from what I saw, he was always bringing good mood to the team and good vibes. And I think every player in the scene knows that Magix is literally a sweetheart. He's so nice, he's so genuine. And I'm not sure how Zwer is, but I think that's something that every team needs in order to kind of have a good outside of the game, like a very good team chemistry outside of the game. On the other end, maybe they have it, I don't know. But I guess they know way more than me about themselves and what they needed for the team, and maybe they looked for a certain CS player that they needed more for just building the system better. So I'm not sure. I think they will always be competitive. We saw Donk yesterday. This guy alone can beat any team in the world. So I think it's just a matter of like if they grind and is the right fit and outside of the game they still fit. Well, I think it might look very good. For me, Magix was, to some extent from the outside, it looks for me like he was a key player in this. So, yeah.
Okay, let's do a little quick fire. Overpass, thumbs up or thumbs down, and why?
I think it's still good.
Overpass, thumbs up, but it's because it's kicking Anubis. I think it's just annoying that we got the same map back, and like Train came back after a few years, and it came back quite different. I mean, the same principles, but quite different. It's not the same as the one smoke outside every round and the same shit. So train is a bit different, and I like the change of train. But Overpass, I felt like we got the same maps without some water, and I feel like that's something that they needed to change it, because everybody played Overpass. Everybody's gonna be up to meta. They just go check their textbook from 2 years ago and they're fine. And I think if CS wants to change and make a game-changing moves, they need to switch up, like not a drastic move, but making a new Overpass, a different Overpass, or bringing a map that hasn't been playing in a lot of years. Because you think about it, let's say Cash and these kind of maps, they kind of have the same principle and they look the same, but people haven't played them for 4 or 5 years. So there's not going to be a team that's, for us, we played Overpass 2 years ago with Spinks. We changed one player, we still have the same things, you know what I mean? So we're not going to do the same things because it's different, but it's just, you want a big change, I feel like, for the map pool. Because it really creates a new kind of team structure, I would say. Like the ranking changes when a map goes out and someone finds success in that.